TextBlob. Like, I don't know, is there anything that it's like what is missing? Like, I'm sure that, so I feel like
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm worried about for that's how I around last week. And today we'll be treating text preprocessing. But before we start with that, I'd like someone to remind us about what we prepared last week. Anybody? How many of us were here last week? Yeah, I'd like someone to just remind us, or just give a summary of what we did last week. Am I audible enough?
Like an introduction to NLTK. I can't hear you. So we did like an introduction to NLTK, how NLTK has progressed or developed, and what we can apply NLTK.
Great. So any questions from last week's class? For those that were here last week? Okay. Yeah. So they were treating text processing. So normally I should have sent the materials before now. I should have sent the materials during the week. But I had a busy week and I didn't create the notification stuff early enough. But from next week, I hope that I will send out the materials. So, anybody knows anything on text processing? Anybody has any idea? How are we cold? It's cold. Okay, sorry guys. Can we just stand up and stretch? Please. Everybody, please, let's just stand up and stretch. So I'll do that. If we're still there, I'll do that. It's my fault. If we're still not responsive or something. Yeah, let's stretch. Okay. Yeah. Yes, so we're treating text processing. Anybody have any idea of what text processing is? I mean, from the word text processing. Any idea? Yeah.
Okay. I think it's kind of like English is hard. I think it's kind of like preparing text for a task or something. So
Yeah. Yes. Preparing text data before you pass it into your model. Yeah, so the goal for today's class is to understand I wrote this morning. I probably didn't read this, but I wrote it. Is to understand text processing method and useful libraries to perform text processing. It's not that bad. Yeah. So text is, we all know what text is, right? Yeah, text is a sequence of characters. So sequence of characters form words, sequence of words, form phrases or sentences or paragraphs. You understand that, right? Yeah. Okay. So, so there are different sources, to get text. If you want to perform an NLP task now, you could either, you could decide to scrape the web to get your text data. You could, there are, so in NLP, a collection of text data is called a corpus. Corpus or corpora? Okay, a corpus. Yeah. So there are different corporas in different languages that you could use, or you could scrape data depending on your use case. What you want to apply it to. And then most times this text is usually messy, it's usually dirty. Sometimes it contains a lot of information that you do not need. And for our models, we only want to use useful information. Pass useful data to our models. That's why text processing is important. So text processing is converting text to a meaningful format for analysis. Do you understand that? So you have your data. It's just like image processing. You want to convert the data you have now to a useful data that you can pass into your model. It's processing and cleaning text. It's very intuitive. Yeah. So before we talk about move on to text processing methods, some of the ones that we're going to talk about today. There are some toolkits for text processing, so you don't have to write a lot of functions on your own. There's NLTK, natural language toolkit. It's a Python library, which you can see for handling natural language processing tasks. Yeah. There's TextBlob. I've not used TextBlob before, but it's also a Python library for processing textual data, and it wraps around NLTK and Pattern. Pattern is it's a library for NLP too. And there's spaCy. It's built in Python and it's faster, I think, than NLTK. And there's Gensim. It's good for topic modeling, document similarity, word similarity, and a bunch of other stuff. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you have your text data here. Let's say you have a sentence. Let's say a sentence or a paragraph. You don't just you can't just pass such that large body of text into your model like that. You want to break it. Yeah. You want to break it. You want to break that data into different forms. So it's dependent. So the first step in text processing is tokenization. So tokens are basic units of text data in NLP. So it could be, if you have a large body of text, your tokens could be paragraphs or sentences. If you have sentences, your tokens could be words. If you have words, your tokens could be characters. Are we clear on that? So tokenization is splitting your text into smaller pieces. Like I said before, you have a large body of text. Either you want to split it into sentences, or split into words or characters, based on your use case. So words, numbers, anything can be a token. So this is an example. It says, "You are very beautiful, madam." So let's imagine, normally, this full stop should be a token. Yeah. So it just divides it. If we had this as our text, this all of this, we could just divide it by the lines. So we say this is one token of our text. This and this. Do we understand? Yes. So tokenization, like there are many issues. Yeah. So let's say, for instance, you have something like this. This is Finland's capital, right? The capital of Finland, yes. And then you want to tokenize it. Do you tokenize Finland as Finland then S, or as Finland? That's like multiple Finland, yeah. Or you tokenize it as this. Like it's not easy for like whatever library, whatever tool you are using to tokenize the text to understand, yeah. Another example is what are and isn't. How do you tokenize this? You tokenize it as what and then RE. Because RE makes sense, like RE doesn't make sense. RE is not a word, or I and M. M is just like a letter. Do you understand? Like these are other examples. Words that's separated by hyphens. How do you tokenize them? How do you make your the tool you are using understand that okay, this is one word. If you are going to tokenize it, it's supposed to stay together, right? Or something like San Francisco. San Francisco, there are like two words, but it has just one, signifies just one thing. Yeah. So do we make it just one token or two? Or stuff like PHP and stuff. So these are like issues that we have with tokenizing text. So other issues with tokenization, we have language issues. So we know that NLP tasks cannot just, like, we don't just perform NLP tasks for English here. Even if we have like more data on English, but we have other languages. We have French, we have German, we have Chinese, and then the way they represent language is quite different from how English is represented, right? Yeah. So we have something like l'ensemble. How do you expect to segment this? It's just like the case of Finland and Finland, yeah, or German nouns that. So I saw that German noun compounds are usually not segmented. So this means house cleaning, and it's just one. How do you separate it? I mean, there are tools for splitting compounds like this in languages. That's what I use for splitting compounds like this in languages. And there's Chinese. I mean, how do I even want to tokenize it? But then for problems like this, there are tools that we check out. I personally don't know any, but then there are tools that we check out on how to like properly tokenize the text, depending on what language you're using. So moving on. So we're just talking about text processing techniques. I mean, some of them. We're not going to cover all because we can't cover all. So we'll just talk about some of them. We have a code lab after this. After going through the slides, then we'll just see the code. So case folding. So case folding is just converting your data, like your text data, from one case to another. So say from lowercase to uppercase, or from uppercase to lowercase. Usually from uppercase to lowercase. Yeah, and I mean the exceptions. Words like us. Okay. So words like us and US. So I don't know if I should continue because of this. Did you pause?
No.
I don't know if I should continue. I think I'll just continue. Yeah. Can't So like I said, case holding, converting like text data from one case to another. So like I said, there are exceptions. You have us and you have US. You want your model to understand that us is different from US. So if you have like your text and then you reduce everything to lowercase, and then there's us, there's US, your model will see, like, it will categorize us as the same thing as US. Yeah, so I mean, we should not always use case holding. I mean, it's dependent on what you're doing. So for sentiment analysis and machine translation, like I said, like, case is helpful in building your. So another text processing technique is frequency distribution. So you have a text, and you want to identify words that are informative or like tell you more about the topic or the genre of like what the text is about here. So you want to count words or sentences appearing in your text. It's just like counting like the vocabulary of words or sentences. I mean, it could be characters here that appear in your text. Okay, I don't know. We understand what frequency distribution means here. I don't have to like write it on the board. It's just like, okay, let's say you have a text now, and you want to count the number of. You want to count the number of. Let's say you have a text that is centered on let's say technology, and you need to count the number of like buzzwords that appear in the text. I mean, from that you can say, okay, this text, like just by saying like the most frequent words that are in your text, you can say that, okay, maybe this text could be about technology or something. Yeah. So there's another one, we call it stop words removal. So like there are words like, so you see words like D, words like A, words like in, words like a lot of words that occur frequently in your text. So you have a sentence, like most times you have a sentence, it has D, it has like articles and like some words that are really not informative. And then they appear all around your text, and like it's just like, I mean, too much data that doesn't make sense here. So they're like words that have a high frequency in your corpus, but they're not informative. I mean, you have words that have high frequency and then they tell you more about the text, like I talked about frequency distribution here. But like they give no meaning to what kind of data you have. So let's say we have a word like listening is exhausting. If you're going to remove the stop words there, it's going to be what? So we have a sentence. Listening is exhausting. If you are going to remove the stop words, what will be the output? What? Okay, yeah, we have the social science. If you remove the stop words, what's going to be left? Social science. I mean, we don't need them because they don't help us. They don't help us. Yeah, they don't help us. Like removing them will not do any harm to your model. Removing them doesn't have any consequences like when you're passing your data into your model. And so normally you could predefine your own stop word with respect to your corpus. It doesn't have to be like, so NLTK has this dictionary or so for like stop words in English. I mean, you could define what stop words you want, what words you want to remove from your text. Do you understand? With respect to what kind of data you have or the topic of your text data. Do you understand that? Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So when should we not remove stop words? I have a list here. Or when should we remove stop words? Sorry. When should we remove stop words? So one, if they don't add any information to your problem, like I said before. Classification problems like text classification, sentiment analysis, usually don't need stop words because I mean you can talk about general idea of a text without stop words. So you should remove stop words when you're performing like stuff like sentiment analysis and text classification, what have you. And also, I mean, before you remove stop words, it's better for you to compare. So it's like you build a model and then you pass in data that has stop words. You see how it performs, and then you pass in data that does not have stop words, and you see how it performs. Then you compare and see which is best, and you decide what to use. And also, you should never remove stop words without thinking about their impact on the problem you are trying to solve. Just like I said before, like you don't just remove stop words because okay, yeah, that's the normal thing. Yeah, you have to like think about it. Okay, is it really important? Do I really need to remove them? Are there many? So you should. So normally you could even check. So you could check the frequency of stop words in your text. So if you have a large text, and then like you check frequency distribution, and then you find out that you see D 100 words, A 100 words. Then you see maybe your topic is on marine science or something, and this of like fishy is 20 words. Then you want to assume you won't assume that okay D has the topmost the most number of D is the most frequent word here, but then it has no context. It doesn't tell me more about the text. So you should think about, okay, why am I removing stop words? Is it even important? How many stop words do I have in my text? Yeah, any questions? Any questions? We'll stretch again though. Any questions? Okay. Yeah, so the next one is stemming. So does anybody have a hint of what stemming could be? Anybody?
Is it breaking words together into words?
Yeah. So it's like you have like a variant of like different words, and then you want to like reduce them to their stem or their base form. So you have something like enjoy, enjoying, enjoyable, enjoying. Yeah, and then so you just reduce it to enjoy. And the algorithms for like doing all these things, like whatever processing you technically want to perform, the algorithm. But then there's one here. It's called Potter's algorithm. There's another one, snowball algorithm. It's called Potter's algorithm. So and NLTK has it anyways. So you can just so you just call the module, and then you pass in your text. It could be like, let's say you have like a sentence or a word. Let's say a word rather, and you have like you call it on enjoy. You call it on enjoy. It gives you enjoy. You call it on enjoy. It gives you okay. And then there are rules guiding and stemming algorithms. Yeah, you can't like you don't just because there are words that have okay. I'll talk about that when I get to my presentation. Okay, yeah. So like I said, there are rules based like for stemming algorithms because stemming is just like chopping off the suffix here. Yes, suffix. Yes, mostly suffix. It's just like chopping off suffix of words, like everything is their base form here. So you run a word through like a set of rules, and it looks at it and determines, okay, this is how I should cut it off. Do we understand? Yeah. Okay. I wonder how I'm going to run through that session without like yeah. So there are problems with stemming too. Yeah. You could overstem your words, and you could understem your words. So overstemming is when like you have a word and you cut too much out of the word, and then this can cause a great issue. It can like take away the meaning of that word. So for instance, you have words like you have university, you have universities, you have universal and universe. If you pass all these four words into a regular stemmer, what does it do? What do you think the base word? What do you think they will be reduced to? Universe. But then does universe tell you anything about university? Universe is more likened to universal and universe, like I said here. So for university, you want something else. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you want to stem universities together, and then stem universal and universe together. Because stemming universal and universe will give you UNIVERS. So that's like the root word of universe and universal. Do you understand? And also we can also understand. So understand is the opposite of overstemming. Yeah. So for instance, you have data and datum. Data will be stemmed to dat, DAT, yeah? And datum will be stemmed to datum. Do you understand? Datum will be stemmed to datum. But then data and datum, like I think they're just, data is like the plural of datum, yeah? You understand? Yeah. And so when we have, what about something like dates? If you stem dates to that, does it have the same meaning? Does it share the same meaning with data? But then data was stemmed to that here. So you could overstem and understem. So there's something called lemmatization. Lemmatization is just like stemming, but then it's like you're stemming with respect to like a vocabulary. Like you're stemming you're transforming the root word, the stem word, using vocabulary and morphological analysis. So we have words like is, be, is, am, and are. If you just use a stemmer, is will be I or something, or you probably don't have anything. Am will be A, then R will be just A. But then like normally they should be stemmed or they should be lemmatized to B, right? They're like variants of B, is, are, and am. Yeah. So lemmatization, like you consider the grammar structure, you consider the vocabulary, like it's just like before stemming, yeah, or like what to stem it into. So while stemming involves an individual word, like without knowledge of the context. So you stem without knowledge of the context. For lemmatization, you have to think about. So you have like a dictionary, and then you want to consider the meaning of the words before you stem them, before you reduce them to their root word. Do we understand? Yeah. Yeah. Lemmatization is harder, obviously. Lemmatization will be harder than stemming, yeah? And it requires like a lot more knowledge about language structure. Stemming, you can like easily do that without thinking about it. But lemmatization it's very hard, and it's usually hard to like create lemmas for new languages. So when not to use lemmatization and stemming? So lemmatization and stemming are used when we have limited data and a simple model, yeah? You have like very small data and a simple model. But when you think about models like neural networks usually like learn patterns in your data, and you really don't want to like stem your words or stuff like that. Like simple models cannot learn complex things, and like you have to like process your data beforehand. Yeah? Do we understand that? Yeah. Or I should go by it again.
Please go by it.
Okay. So I said that simple models, they require data processing like it requires you to process your data before you pass your data into them, because they can't learn complex things like neural networks. Neural networks learn patterns like in your data, like you need like neural networks to learn everything, like learn feature, representation and stuff in your data. But then simple models can't do that. So like you have to like draw out insights from your data first of all before you pass it into your model. Do we understand that? Okay. So we talked about can someone just give me like all the preprocessing techniques we talked about today? Anybody? Yes?
Talk about tokenization, talk
Mm-hmm.
about case holding,
Yes.
frequency distribution, that's terminal lemma.
Yes, stop pause removal too.
Okay, stop.
Yeah. I mean, there are more, but like we can't cover all. Yeah, I mean, that would be like your assignment to find out. Yeah.
Is there like what examples of simple models?
What?
Examples of simple models.
Example of
Simple models.
simple models. Yeah. So, how do I structure this answer now? Do you know what neural networks are? You know what neural networks are? Yeah. So let's say you want to, I'm thinking of the best. Okay, yeah. So like they're like simple models are like traditional machine learning techniques. Like you said, SVM, traditional classifiers. So you have to like do a lot of feature engineering yourself. Do you understand? Yeah, there are like a lot of data. In summary, text data is usually messy. Like you should process your data before analysis. Like even when like passing your data into neural networks, like you want to like tokenize your data because like normally you have your data, you want to tokenize your data and then like learn like word representations of your data, like build vector space models to learn word vectors before you pass into your model. So like of course you should tokenize your data. You can't just pass in like a large text like that. Do you understand? Yes. So there are lots more processing techniques that we should try to find out. I have a code, a notebook that we're supposed to run today, but I don't know how we're going to do it. Maybe I'll just share the link. Do we have internet? Internet is available. Share the link to the collab notebook. To be honest, I really don't know how to do this. What? I wanted us to go through it today. Like go through it together. Does everybody have internet?
One person can
What?
say one person can
Okay. So I think I was. How many of us here on Slack? Yeah, I think I was sent Slack. Okay. But then before that, so we have an assignment today. So like the first assignment is for you to like explore that processing techniques. Then I have like an assignment, an assignment I'm going to share with us. It's for text processing too. It's like a notebook. So like there are questions that you answer, like you just answer them with. So there's a data set. It's like a CSV file. So you just like run stuff on it. Use NLTK. But then in that notebook, it has a part of regular expressions. So you can ignore the regular expressions part if you want to. If you can do it, you can. Because I didn't treat regular expressions. Treat it next week. Yeah. So you could ignore the regular expression parts. Yeah. And just answer the rest. And also mini projects. Yeah, we've not done so much, but I want us to talk about mini projects next week. So, like last week, we talked about applications of NLP from like the very small ones to like the very very simple ones to like very complex ones. So I mean, you could decide to start working on like very simple mini projects, and like I'll be happy to help. So next week we should all come with like mini projects that we'd like to work on. Like if you don't know anyone, like you can just talk to me. I would help you find one. Yeah, is that clear?
Yeah.
Because I mean, the best way to actually learn. I mean, I can't come to class and do everything. I can't come to class and talk about everything. I can't come to class and like run all the code for you. Like you have to work on projects yourself. That's how you show that you're learning. You get here. So next week we're supposed to treat. So my notebook I have here. All of the photos I use NLTK, the natural language processing toolkit. Yeah, I use NLTK, but then I was hoping that next week we're going to use spaCy, TextBlob, and the other. Yeah, if we have like so we're going to do that, and then there's some other text processing techniques like POS taggers, but then there are still like applications here, like POS taggers. So POS taggers are like getting the part of speech of like words in your text. You understand that? There's POS tagger, there's named entity recognition. I mean, they classify them as text processing techniques, yeah, but then they could also be like applications. Do you understand? Or they could be used in applications, like different applications. So we'll treat that next week. And if there's time, we'll introduce text representation. So how to like represent your text before passing it into your model. Yeah. So I'm going to send the collab notebook now, so we can go through it together. How many of us filled the feedback form? Okay, yeah. So yeah, thank you for filling it. So if I don't know if I should pass it to home or something now, but like I would like to know our expectations of this class. Like I mean, everybody comes to, like, you heard NLTK, like why you came to this class, what you hope to achieve at the end of like the 14 weeks. Like it doesn't make sense for me to come here and talk every day and then this is not really what you want, or I mean I can't satisfy everybody here, but like I like to know what you hope to achieve. And maybe I'll send a form out or something. Like our expectations generally. Yeah. And I would also like to know our levels of I don't want to say expertise. Yeah. Our knowledge level of machine learning, like I mean everybody that wants to come for this class for me. So I know how to approach things. I know, like, I mean we're starting really basic here, but then there are some things that I assume that we have known already. I gave us an assignment last week to go through materials on linear algebra, probability, calculus, and Python. And I believe everybody here knows how to code in Python, yeah? I'm asking a question, guys. Yeah, okay, yeah. Did we go through materials on linear algebra and probability and calculus? Yeah, if you didn't, please do, because like it's important. Because when we start talking about word vectors and stuff, like we don't want to go back and start treating, like, I mean, I'm not going to treat linear algebra here or probability and calculus. Right? They told us about courses. Yeah, and please, and if you have any questions, like please ask on this class group. I would answer. Yeah, if you have any questions, please just text me on this Slack group. I would try to answer. Yeah, I mean this. I can't find it. Or can you just send it to Slack group? I look like that. There's no right.
Which one?
What? Text processing.
Yeah, is it on the close?
Just send it on.
How many of us are on closed NLTK group?
Oh, okay. I think I want you. Send it to the open. So I opened the closed NLP group to be able to track everybody that is enrolled in the class and comes to class every week. Yeah, so we could discuss assignments and stuff.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I opened the closed NLP group on the Slack so that I can track everybody that is enrolled in this class and comes to class. Yeah, and can like monitor this closely. I mean,
I'm not yet on the NLTK.
yeah, sure. You just send me a message. Yeah, there's an open channel. Yeah, there's an any of the open channel, but then there's a closed group too. So Kate is going to send it now. Yeah, sent it. Who has gotten it? Has everybody seen it? Has anybody seen it? My laptop is. That's my laptop.
Have you guys seen it? It's on the open NLP group. No, it's just
Like the NLP.
That's the
Yes, so who hasn't seen it? I mean, like you could run it at home, so yeah, but I'll just let us go through it. It's pretty straightforward, like very straightforward.
I advise like we get together, right? Like you join your nearest neighbor who has the notebook, so you
Hi.
What do you think?
No, I haven't.
What do you think?
I don't know now, because I mean, you can record and then you post the video instead of like listening to things.
Alright.
Yeah, like live example.
Okay, so she'll run it now.
So then we felt around.
Can you mix up that?
Are you understand?
Yeah. This is everybody with me. Yes, so like I said, so using NLTK, because using NLTK strictly for this. So like I said before, NLTK is a Python library for handling NLP tasks. And like it has a lot of modules, like depending on whatever you want to perform here. So you import it. We know that, right? We import it. None of us are familiar with. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have internet, so I do. So import it. Yeah. So we put it. So we talk about tokenization here. We talk about tokenization here. Yeah. Let's look at the screen. So NLTK has different tokenizers for depending on your task, what you want to do. You have a text, you want to like tokenize it into sentences, then or tokenize it into words. We have the first one is sentence tokenization. So breaking text paragraphs into sentences. It would be like a long text that you're breaking into sentences. So this prompt is like I think a data set in NLTK for tokenization. Yeah. So tokenize is like that's in the parent module, and then you import. I can't really see because of that one. I think from that. Okay, well, that's really, I don't know what's up. Oh, it's sorry guys, I thought it was like my okay. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, so tokenize is like parent mode where it has sense tokenized and it has word tokenized. So these are our texts. These are texts. How do we know these men are guilty? That's one sentence here. And then now, what difference does it make? So we have two sentences. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think what?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the process of what trick is used for sentence organization? What trick is used for sentence organization? Is it like you use the comma or like when you're speaking you use like space?
Yeah. So like so NLTK has different kinds of tokenizers. So it's based on like rules. So it could be space, it could be punctuation. It could be like when you say full stop, you should know that like it's another sentence. You understand it. But then if it's words, like it should like it's for words, normally should be spaced by a white space. So like after a word, you have a white space and another word. I mean, all these are built into like the NLTK. Like, I mean, you check their source code if you want to how it's done. Yeah. So I think that some of us have this. So I'll just complicate it. So, yeah. So we have these two sentences here. I want to tokenize. So it's very straightforward. We define like what variable we want to say this as. So you've imported send tokenize from NLTK.tokenize, yeah? Then you just call it, then we define our text. We define our text as this. That's it. So a text could be like, the text could be, it could be in any format. It could be like this. I mean, you might have to like read it from like a .txt file. For the assignments, we have like a pandas, a CSV file rather that you work with. So you just call the send tokenize for your text, and then you print the output. So you can see that it returns a list of two sentences separated by a comma. Can we all see that? So these are first sentence. It tokenizes into this first sentence and this one. Do you understand? Can we all see? Do you understand? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? It's very straightforward actually. It's something that we go home and like do on our own. Like, yeah. So what tokenizer? You have sentence and you want to like break it into words. Yeah, we talked about this before. So like before. From NLTK.tokenize, the parent mode, we import word tokenize. Then you call it word tokenize for your text. So our text, why is it the same text that we used before? So these are our texts. How did you know this made and Gensim? And after tokenizing it, we can see that it separates it. It separates the text into words. Like what do we list? Surrounded by a quote. So NLTK has data sets in it. Like it has inbuilt data actually. Like so, if you want to practice without having your own text data, you could just download from like their collection of data sets. So this one here is Twitter samples. So I think they scraped with from Twitter. Then they have so first you download Twitter corpus. This is like the name of the corpus. Then from any, I told us what corpus is earlier right here. So from any other corpus module, you import Twitter samples. Twitter samples is the name of the data set. Do you understand? Yeah. So I mean, we could just import Twitter samples, but then you can import it as TS, so that you don't have to like start writing Twitter samples, yeah, so this fillet is TS does fillet. Oh, highlight this, sorry. Highlight this is to tell us the number of, show us like number of the classes of data set of Twitter data that they have. So they have negative tweets, positive tweets, and I don't know what that's like. Type or something. Yeah, it's really. So like imagine you wanted to like perform a sentiment and task, you could just use negative tweets and positive tweets. So next thing we obtain like a subset of, we don't work with all of this. So we obtain a subset of negative tweets. We imported Twitter samples as TS here. So TS are strings, then you pass in whatever TS are strings, then you pass in whatever file ID you want. Yeah. And we save it as a variable. Then this. So to get sample tweets, I just want to get like just one tweet in that collection. So if I try to print all of this, it's going to give me like a large data set of like different tweets. So I want to like get just one of these negative tweets. So an example is, the first one is, everything in this kid session of I care is so cute. Shame, I'm nearly 19 in 2 months. Yeah, so they classify this as a negative tweet here. Do you understand this? This is just like grabbing the data that we're going to work with. Like, this is not like the real thing that we want to do in. So, like we did earlier, we want to run our word tokenizer on this sample tweet. Yeah? So you just call, so I import word tokenize as WTOKEN, just a short form. Then you call it on sample tweets on this, and it results in this. We've seen this before, yeah? Yeah. So you can split text based on punctuation and white spaces. NLTK has like a word, so it's word punctuation tokenizer. It's shortened as word punc. Yeah. So we still have our sample tweets. This. This. And want to split based on, want to tokenize rather, based on like with punctuation and this is not like a very good example to show this, because this is like the same thing with this. Okay. Well, I mean, you could try other examples and you get them. So it's just calling word punc tokenize and on your sample tweet. Then it results, gives you a list of all of this separated by a comma. Yes. So some of the words between hyphens are tokenized, as well as punctuation marks. So normally, word tokenized should not tokenize words like don't into done and see. Yeah. If you're using a punctuation tokenizer, like that should do that. So also you could build custom tokenizers with NLTK's regular expression tokenizer. So let's say we want to detect a word that contains only alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric characters like words and with alphabets and numbers. Yes, so you import, NLTK has a module called regex tokenize. You import, I think this is like, in regular expression, this is a way to like match words that have alphanumeric characters. So we name it this pattern. And then you call it on your sample tweets, like our text, and include this. I mean, so this is like the key thing here, right? It's where you like name your regular expression. Yeah. That's what it looks like. So in regular expression, this if a regular expression that we're doing, this will help you detect in your text only alphabet, letters, and numbers in your text. You understand that? So we can see here, it ignored the punctuation. We just have our words and just numbers there, because we wanted to check. So there are other ones. I mean, if you're very familiar with regular expressions, you could try it when you get home and do better. Okay, so this one, these is another example of regular expression. With regular expression, define tokenizer. So it detects words along with a few punctuation characters. So like I said before, you define what pattern, like what you're looking for. Yeah. And then you call it on your text. You include this pattern that you defined in the function. So that's what it takes here. And then output this, like your tokens like this. Is everybody clear on this? Yeah, I mean like I've shared the notes before. So you could go home and play with it, do more stuff. So we talked about frequency distribution. Yeah. So NLTK also has this module for frequency distribution. So yeah, so earlier we defined tokenized words as the output of our text with the word tokenizer module here. So now we want to check the frequency distribution of that output. So the word tokenizer gave us like words, like it just cuts this split the sentence into like words. So we want to find like the frequency distribution of the words in that output. So it gives us 62 samples that appear 101 times, I think. Yeah. So let's say we want to find the most common words in our text. We just call distribution. This is what distribution is. It's running this module on tokenized words that we had of. So free distribution dot most common. So once you get the, it was 2 before, but because it gave me punctuation as the top. So I mean, you can remove, if you want, you can remove punctuation from your, that's like another text processing technique. You remove punctuation from your data, or you can just ignore it and say, okay, I have it as the top most common word. That's a stop word, so right? Yeah. So this is like one of the problems with stop words now. So it's telling me that it's like the most common word in my text data. Yeah, so we can also plot the frequency distribution of words in our text. So you just call it frequency distribution. So all these things are inbuilt in NLTK. Like it's very, very straightforward. So see the words. So these are, I think these are just 30 words in our text. The top most, I think these are just 30 of the words in our text. So you can plot it and see the frequency of words in your text. Are we clear on this? Yes. So stop word removal. What about stop word removal? So NLTK has like a dictionary of stop words. So you download it, you download that, and then like normally you should import it, but I'm just running from NLTK.com to import stop words. It won't import it. So you have to like download that dictionary before you're able to import it. Stop words, they are like, we have different languages, like I said. It could be English, it could be French, it could be German or whatever. But because we're working in English text, we want to get stop words from just English. So we write into a set, stop words or words, then we define like what language we want. And if you can see, printing it out, we have my, the, most, out, like a lot of pretty useless words. Yeah. So those are stop words, stop words that we have.
Letters are stopwords.
What?
Letters.
Yeah, letters can be stopwords. Something like A, I, would be a stopword. I mean, they are words. So, so first create an empty list. So we want to filter stopwords from our text here. So create an empty list. We call it filtered sentence. So I have tokenized sentence up somewhere. Write it somewhere, like, yeah. So you have an empty list. So you want to find, this is just like follow. Yeah. So for words in tokenized sentence, if word is not in stopwords, we have stopwords already here. We define stopwords already here. So for word in tokenized, so for word in my text, if the word is not in stopwords, then you append it to this list here. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yeah. So let's print out. So when we print out like the original sentence we have, how did we know this men are guilty? Okay. Yeah, this is not work. I think there's a problem with this one. But let's just so this is like a discomparison. This don't work out. I'll figure it out. Yeah. But then for this one, text without stopwords, this is like a list comparison. So what about text? Text or split. This is like split your text, just like recognizing like split your text into words because it's a sentence there. So word, this is a list comparison. Word for word in text splits. Word for word in our tokenized words. If it's not, it's just like what is up here. But I don't know why I can do it. If it's not in stopwords, then it's equal to this list here, text without stopwords. So when we print text without stopwords, original text, you get this. How did he know these men are guilty and so on and so on. When you print out text without stopwords, it omits this. It gives us how no men guilty, now different, make long, and other stuff. So like for your use case, you could define your own. You could say you don't want to see now in your text. You could define your own stopwords by yourself. Yeah, you might not need how. Yeah, it's dependent on you. So we'll move on to stemming. Yeah. So we all know what stemming is here. So as usual, you import like the quarter stemmer module, and then you just save this as like a variable. So when we call stem on this word reached, reduces it to reach. Yeah. Now we do the same for reaching. We reduce it to reach. We do the same for reach. We reduce it to reach. Like if you do that for like any other, yeah, you reduce it to reach. Yes, so I wanted to do the same thing for this, for our text, yeah. So you create like an empty list of stem words, and like later you want to append like your output. So for in our filtered sentence, stem words or append stem or leave. So for all words here, you want to like stem them to their root word. So I mean, what he just did here was he reduced them to lowercase. Yeah, I don't know why. Reduce them to lowercase. Yeah. So then so for lemmatization uses this wordnet dataset in NLTK. So you import wordnet lemmatizer. Yeah. So I wanted to compare I wanted to compare stemming this word studies and then lemmatizing it. So you can see that when I stemmed it, it gave me study, S-T-U-D-I. But when I used the lemmatizer, it gave me studies. So you consider like the language structure. Do you understand? Yes, okay. So like there are other string functions like in processing your text. You could convert all so this is like to convert all words in your text to lower. So this is like case coding. Convert everything to like the lower case. So you have L here. You could take the lower, the Python module. So this L convert it to L here. Yeah. So the same thing for capitalizing. Your text dot upper, and it changed the case to hello. In this camel case, so when you want the first letter of your word to be capitalized, then it outputs this. So input text of capitalized. You can see that this is different from the upper. Upper is like when you want like the words to be in like uppercase. But when you want like the first letter of every word, you use capitalized. So this is the same thing. I think it's when you want the first letter of a word or a sentence, yeah. So hello my young child, capitalized. I mean this is how our sentences are usually. So this is a link to other string methods for processing your text data. Okay, yeah, we didn't talk about POS tagging. But then POS tagging is you have a sequence of words and you want to get like the part of speech tag of each word. Straightforward, yeah. You understand what part of speech is now, like in English, part of speech tagging. So I mean it could be useful in like name entity recognition. So these are our texts. We have this text, little pine tree there, not like in all of that tree. Like it's in the woods have pretty leaves. Yeah, so we tokenize our text first. We tokenize our text and we call this POS tag module on our text. There's an error here. There's an error in the code. Normally, it should give you D as a noun, then little as a noun. There's an error in the code. But then normally, it should give you, like, you should just pick every word in your sentence. So D is a noun. What is little? Little is what? An adjective. Yeah, so this is an adjective, and then just so it should be D, noun, little, adjective, fine. Fine is an adjective. Fine should depend. Yeah, fine is qualifying the tree. Yeah. Tree is a noun, set is a verb, so it should just that's what the output should be here. Yeah. So I mean this is all we're covering today. Like I said, there are other ones that we should go and explore when we get home. And that's like one of the best ways to learn. You could use your own text in this notebook, add stuff, yeah, and see how it goes. Yes. So for the assignment, so this is so Intel has an NLP course that we're following. So we're using their curriculum, yeah. Intel. Yeah, so that we're following, we're using their curriculum, but when trying the slides, I usually like to like get stuff from like different places. I don't just use the slides. Yeah, so like there's like a bunch of resources that we different slides. Yes, so we'll be using the assignment. So for this particular class, this is the assignment. I think I'll send the link. I'll send the link to Slack. I'll send the link to Slack. So for each week, they have materials for each week. So what you do is you download the materials. Then when you download, say like a zip file for the week. So you have like a file that contains so this is for week 2. So it has data, it has exercises. This is one of the exercises, and they have slides too. You could go through the material, you go through the slides too. So we're using the exercises as our assignment. The exercises won't they're for you to. Yeah, I was trying to run it. Yeah, so the data set is the data set from Cabo. It's a reviews data set for I don't know, a food company or something. Yeah. So I don't intend to do it for us. I was trying to run it doesn't have all this. It just gives you questions like I was saying the other time. So it has reviews, determine how many reviews there are in total and this. And it has all these questions. Look at words that contain numbers. You can use like a regex. So number you should use regular expressions, yeah? But we didn't treat regular expressions. But you can find out how to do it. Yeah, I mean you have the internet here. So you could make all text lowercase, remove punctuation, tokenize reviews into words. So this is what your data set looks like. So you want to tokenize all of this into words for that. They have hints too, funny enough. Find most common words, determine the word length distribution, that's like frequent distribution of the corpus. Then present techniques that we talked about, removing stop words, part of speech tagging. I would update the notes and perform stemming. This is optional, but please perform lemmatization. And then you answer. So it's pretty simple, yeah. It's simple now. Yeah, something you can do for a start. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to do it and send me your notes? I mean, we're not many here. And send me your notebook. Or but I want everybody to do it. Like I want to be able to track like our work and stuff. But then next week we'll come and discuss it. Yeah. But then I want everybody to do it. Like this is just like an exercise of like it's not the same thing. You could just go to the notebook and like see stuff. And you have the internet, yeah. You could also go through their slides. So if there's like their slides, they have like really cool slides. They even have like code, like they put the code stuff in their slides. So you go to their slides. But please let's do it. And then for mini projects, let's think about mini projects that we want to work on. You could work with somebody, you could work with 2 people, with 3 people. So mini project, like it's compulsory. So it's compulsory to do this assignment if you're in this class. I'll find a way to track it anyway. It's compulsory to do the assignment. I think we should all even like submit the notebook. Yes. I think we should submit the notebook. So you know what you do. So everybody should like I feel like everybody's on GitHub. If you're not on GitHub, yeah, that's fine. You can open the GitHub account. And upload so after doing upload the notebook on your GitHub. Do the assignment and upload this notebook on your GitHub. Yeah. And then you could send me a link or something. That's better. So if you're not on the private Slack channel, you can just reach out to me on Slack and I'll add you. But please let's do this assignment. Now let's think about let's read after that. Think about very simple NLTK tasks that we can solve. Pending, we'll have a final project, I assume maybe a complex project at the end of the cohort, but before then we should have worked on mini projects and stuff. Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to your assignments. When do you want to submit the assignment? What? When do you want to submit the assignment? Before next class is no time.
Friday morning. Friday 12. Friday 11:59. Friday, that was Wednesday.
or Thursday so that you can.
Calm down.
Say Wednesday. Should we vote? Should we vote?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So if you want, you say Wednesday. Okay, but it was Wednesday. But Thursday or Friday? It has to be Thursday or Friday.
Friday. Show hands for Friday.
Friday. Yeah, Friday. Okay, so it means that you have to send it to me on Slack. Okay. So you can send me the links to your notebook. Please like do it and upload it though. Assignment 1, you can just create like so it's like your repository, AI6, NLP, class or something. Before an assignment or
What do you mean by mini project?
mini project. Yeah, so mini project, I mean it's like a task. It's not like a thing. So it could be sentiment analysis. It's like it could be like just a notebook, but like it's just like mini tasks. So last week we talked about different applications of NLP. We talked about sentiment analysis, information retrieval, machine translation. Like there are a lot of really interesting.
Is it a weekly scope or like?
No, it's not. So I don't want. No, it can't be weekly because we have assignments every week. So let's say like 3 weeks, every 3 weeks. So I mean next week is the 3rd week. Yeah. So I mean you could collaborate with. So we just have assignments, but I mean for your task like it's like you're doing it on your own. Like, but then I can assist. If you need help, you could talk to me. You can even talk to me on Slack if you have like anyone that you're thinking of. If you have like novel ideas, stuff you want to do, you could reach out to me on Slack. Yeah. But then please do come with your mini projects like on Saturday. Yeah, I mean at the end of the cohort, like you'll be imagine I mean you have all these assignments, you've done these assignments, you have assignments for 14 weeks. You have like all of that. And then you have mini projects. Say we have like 3 mini projects that you worked on just in this class. And then you have like a final project, that's like 4 projects. Because all these things that you do. I mean that's like a lot I think. And that's like a good way for I mean when we end this course, that's like a good way for you to like start working on stuff and like real NLP projects. Yeah. If we're going to do NLP for the next cohort, I mean most likely not start with basics like this. Yeah. So just with knowledge of what we've done, what we've learned, like just think of projects. If you don't just go online, check for NLP projects, you see a lot of stuff. Yeah. So any other questions? No questions. Yeah, okay. So please assignments on Friday, please submit the link to the assignment. Yeah, I'll send the link to I'll send the link to the course. So when you go to the course, the end of the course, you just go to week 2, you download the materials, then you go to exercises. Yeah. So you go to exercises. So under exercises, it has a under exercises. I think this is slides. Okay, you go to data. Yeah, you go to data. You go to data, then under exercises, you see the notebook, find the notebook. I think you might have to, if you just want to issues, please just tell me and stuff. And I'll be happy to help. Yeah. So I'll send the link to the course. I don't have internet, I'll send the link to the course. I'll send the link to the slides. We have the GitHub repo for like the resources anyways. I'll send. If I find other materials that will help us, I mean I'll send it to you. Yeah, thank you guys. So I'll need a volunteer, and we don't have volunteers for there anyway. I need a volunteer that can help coordinate stuff. I don't know what you're doing for now, but I just need someone I can talk to. If I need, maybe if I need to like collect assignments and stuff. So you can like talk to me on Slack if you want to, or you can see me after. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see you guys next week. Yeah, okay, there's an attendance thing. Yeah, so we have this app, track attendance. You've taken it. You've gone around.
Except for me. How do you have not gotten it?
Yeah, so please, if you've not taken attendance, yeah, so that's all. Thank you guys for coming.